Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, hit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock, I rock, I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock, I rock. Hit that like, hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat, chit chat. Hit that like, hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop some drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits, drop some rabbits, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em, drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. True crime is my specialty. Exposing the industry. Unsolved mysteries. Sticking to reality. Fair use commentary. Talking about cults. Trying to get results. Exploring hopes. Exploring. Researching. Debunking. Investigating. Being nosy. Super nosy. Being messy. Being shady. Rabbit hole news. That's me. The chick with ADHD. Unmedicated. But quite educated. Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop some drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop 'em. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My goodness. Oh, my God. Look at the love already. Pinche Becky, how are you? I hope you're doing well. She gifted 5 memberships. Put some hearts in the chat if you've been gifted by Pinche Becky. Hope you're doing well, Pinche Becky. I was thinking about you the other day, actually. Morris gifted another 5. Thank you, Morris. Thank you, y'all. If you've been gifted and blessed by these wonderful supporters of ours, make sure you guys are putting some hearts in the chat, please, and thank you. Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Everybody's coming in hot today. Welcome. Hope you guys are. It is March 24th. It is, I can officially say, well, first of all, let me say happy birthday to Sylvia, our supporter of the channel. Longtime supporter of the channel. Happy birthday, Sylvia. It is her day. If you see Sylvia, make sure you tell her happy birthday, okay? The other thing is that I officially, so Sylvia and my oldest share a birthday. My oldest has officially turned 18 as of today. Ain't that crazy? I have an 18-year-old. Like, even saying that. And it scares me because he's already texted me talking about everything that he's going to do now that he doesn't have to ask permission for. Yeah. So, I mean, he texted me last night and he's like, Mom, I can get into a club now. I said, no, you can't. He said, Mom, I can get to a club now. No, you can't. Go to bed. You have a bedtime right now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I swear, man, these kids are crazy. I can get it. He says to me, I can get it to a club now. Who said? You need a permission slip for that. You sure do. You sure do. You have 3 and it's so crazy. Thank you. I know. Thank you, Leah. You remind them. People don't understand. When it's your kid's birthday, it's really like your birthday because you gave birth. There would be no birthday if it wasn't for the mama. Okay, don't ever get it twisted. Right? You know that saying, like, I can brought you here and I can take you out, period. All right. That's right. But he literally, the one thing he texted me last night, he was like, Mom, I can get to a club now. Said who? You need a permission slip for that. That ain't going to work. I don't know what you're talking about. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So we definitely got to do some shopping after I'm done here. Yeah, well, he's already graduated, so shout out to him. He got it together, man. He graduated, drives. I mean, he's out there, so he's kind of like, I don't know, man. When he was born, he was already turning 15, if you know what I mean. Like he's always trying to hurry up and grow up. And that's probably the one thing that's the scariest thing, but also like understanding that this day and age is not very much like pro, preserving your childhood either. And I think I went through the same thing too. So he's got it. He's doing good. He's a good kid. He also has he's been working on some licensing. So, he's doing different things and whatnot. So shout out to the oldest. Yeah, I have an old soul, so I think he gets it from me. Definitely. Thank you so much, James. Thank you. Permission slip from James. So you signed the permission slip for me. I swear. Anyways, well, yeah, and they grow up too fast. Yes, yes. Well, thank you, James. I appreciated this love. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right. We definitely got so many things to get into, so we're going to get into it right now. Welcome. Hey, Nebby. Hey, everybody. Shout out to my mom, Pika, everybody coming through. Shout out to everybody. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you. And also, again, if you see Sylvia, happy birthday to her. Okay. Happy birthday to her. I was trying to wake her up in the middle of the night, but that didn't quite work out. All right, let's talk about the Gyp Hip. Oh my God. You guys, this girl, like, okay, let me show you all the video because, like, my sometimes I can be so unfair, I think. Let me make sure it updates here. Here it is. Girl, get a clue. So she does an interview with TMZ, Gypsy Rose, right? Y'all know, we listen and we don't judge. That whole little like trending thing, and she thought it was cute to get up there with Natalie, the woman who threw money out in a body of a pool to see like a woman struggling with her swimming and stuff like that. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so she decides to go on TMZ and just kind of like say her piece, because she got a lot of backlash. I don't know. Let's get into this.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, known for her involvement in the highly publicized case surrounding the death of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, is facing criticism after participating in a TikTok trend called We Listen and We Don't Judge, which ironically has people listening and judging. Gypsy sparked backlash online for making a controversial joke referencing the murder of her mother. Joining me now is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Welcome, Gypsy.
Hi.
Woo. So, Gypsy, how did the video come about?
So the video was a concept because I had wanted to collab with Natalie Reynolds. I had been following her for quite some time. She's another influencer with millions of followers. And with anyone, when you're doing a collaboration, you want to look into what their background is. And so a few friends of mine also told me about a video that she got a lot of backlash for. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this could be a really good collab if done the right way.
Does she really sound like this? That's what I'm like. I don't know what to say about the situation. You know what I mean? Like, if this could be a really good collab if done the right way. I told y'all, like, this was very strategic of her. The thing about Gypsy Rose is it's no different than Casey Anthony and some other people out there. You either figure out how to bring attention to yourself in the way in which gets people talking, good or bad, or you just do it so that, this is not I wanted to open up about, the death of my mom and really did not want to be judged for once. Like, that's not even that's not that. That's not that at all. At all. I'm just saying. Let's keep going.
Because I'm like, I'm no one to judge anyone's past, obviously. And so I'm like, what happens if we did we listen and we don't judge trend and we just hit the hard topics, very bluntly and just own it and take accountability for the wrongs that we've done. But the whole idea behind it is like, yes, we understand that we're not perfect. We are influencers and we have gone through some difficult things, but we are focusing on positivity. That was the entire point of the video is accountability and growth.
So
accountability and growth. My mom, that's very accountable and very growth mindset of you. Is that I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know, man. You said not that was not accountability. Not perfect is the understatement, girl. I mean, listen, there's a lot of imperfect people out there. I get that, but still a no.
Your intention was to acknowledge a wrongdoing from the past.
Yes.
Now looking back, can you see why some people felt it crossed the line?
I can, especially with me particularly. I understand that my audience has always followed my journey because they like to see me grow. And so usually I think I could bank on my audience receiving things very well. But I'm not the type of person to be very in your face about my past. So
No.
this is like the first time that I tried something different and a head-on approach.
What are you talking about? Girl, you had a whole reality TV show. For somebody to say, I'm not very head on about my past, what do you, it's like somebody found her diary and started reading it out loud. And then it's like, oh, you did this? No, girl, like all of this is, your past is very upfront. You might not be upfront about your past, but your past is very upfront, girl. I don't know. So like the disconnection here is it's pretty obvious. I don't know if she consulted with somebody with PR that would have helped her, but this, yeah, it's like she's cosplaying. That's what it is. Is Gypsy Rose even a real person? That's what I want to know. Because you did have a whole reality show. You did say some shit about the D was hot. Like things that people have taken on. You know what I mean? Like it's like what is this? You have confronted things head on. Absolutely. It's so crazy to me to see somebody say, I've not confronted things head on, and yet, and still, you have a whole reality TV show and camera crews and everything that's following your journey while you're, talking to people while you're behind bars. What are you talking about? That's not head on. Mm. It's business, right? Disconnected, man, is an understatement.
And I just don't. Unfortunately, it wasn't received like we wanted.
So some people feel like when you did the part where you're like, my mom, that it was you showing that you don't have remorse. Do you feel that
Yeah.
that's the case?
No, that wasn't the case.
Especially again, like somebody said in the chat yesterday, she's been trying to walk out of that, try to walk herself out of that, right? And she says it wasn't well received from my audience. I cannot, man. I cannot. Anyways, let's keep going.
The only reason why I did this is because I had a conversation with Natalie, and TikTok is extremely sensitive when it comes to how you word things. So we deliberated on, words that we could possibly use, and everything that we thought of, homicide, unalive, all of these things may have gotten flagged by TikTok and the video taken down. And so I'm like, what happens if I just do a gesture, an X? Like people know what that means without having to actually say.
But it doesn't. It's every time she's dancing, she's always doing like. I look at the girl she's like stiff. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all been watching her dance. I'm like, I don't like invest in some dance moves. You got to soften it up when you're dancing. But she always does this. Like it's like this, right? So initially, when she did that, I thought that was a form of like her trying to, say what she's saying. But it's also like she's been applying this as dance moves. Am I going crazy? Because I've even seen her do this whole little thing with the arms and the hands and everything. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? Let's keep going.
The word. And that's why we had to do it that way.
On the flip side, if you did this TikTok trend and didn't mention, the elephant in the room, you also would have gotten backlash for that as well.
Exactly. You really.
How about, I don't know how I feel about the statement. Hold up. Let me go back a little bit. Girl, hold up. What'd you say? On the flip side, why are you helping her? TMZ assistant, why are you helping her? No, she wouldn't have gotten backlash. Yeah, I mean, we already know. Like, it's just like, just don't do shit like this. That's it. What?
Way.
On the flip side, if you did this TikTok trend and didn't mention, the elephant in the room, you also would have gotten backlash for that as well.
Exactly. You really, when you are engaging with an audience of various opinions, and you don't know how something will be received, you could hope it goes well, but there's always that risk that it doesn't go well. And so it's like, you're right. If I didn't address it, then they would say it in the comments. So that's why it was a bold move on my part, and I think that my delivery was just not handled properly.
So since
She immediately wanted to. I mean, this thing has been up for what? When did she do it? A couple days ago. And when she got the backlash, it took her 72 hours to hurry up and, talk to TMZ and figure it out. I don't know how I feel. I'm like, you are so disconnected. But okay, girl.
since the backlash, do you think some topics like your mom's death shouldn't be included in TikTok trends?
No shit,
I
sure.
don't think that it should be included in TikTok trends. I think, I thought if I could frame it a certain way, especially with the message of the video, obviously hot button issues or heavy topics, I don't think should be in trends. But I thought that this could be a creative way to, like I said, own past mistakes and take accountability and it be received well, because you don't want to hit your audience with a heavy topic and just leave it there.
What? And then do a bunch of dance videos? Can somebody help her? Literally, somebody help her. Like, I don't think she gets it.
You want to end on a inspirational note, and that's why later in the video we jump to other topics that we laugh about. But if you look at the video, we're not laughing, we're being 100% serious when talking about the heavy stuff.
What are you? We're being 100% serious when we're talking about the heavy stuff. We're not laughing. No, 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 not at all. I mean, the fact that it's in a TikTok trend and you're surprised that you went viral. I think it was very strategic. Yeah, and then they started talking about but can y'all tell me the inspirational part of this and then the jip hip? Y'all maybe I missed, maybe there was like some inspirational something. Can y'all remind what was don't kill your parent? Was that the inspiration? Uh we don't judge somebody who kills their parent. I guess I'm so confused. I don't know, man. Crazy work, but okay.
Yeah, and speaking of some of the other topics, I know us here have some questions about the towel that you
God.
used. Gypsy,
hurry up.
what is the situation with the towel wiping?
I was young. I did that when I was a kid. Like,
Was it like one towel? Was this like a one towel that you used over and over? Did you wash it in between? Like, what
and
was
I got
this?
washed in between. I was like 10 or 11 when I used to do that. So I'm like,
So no longer using the towel to
No.
wipe, right? Okay. Gypsy, it's so interesting because you did serve 8.5 years in prison. And before you went into prison, there was no social media really. So when you got out here, you're thrust into the world of social media. How has that been for you navigating social?
No, there was social media. If you guys remember the day that she when they murdered her mother, she posted on Facebook. So like I get it, like social media wasn't readily used like that. I get it, right? People didn't rely on social media. I think we have a lot of reliance now after, the C19 on social media. Like I get that. But let's be very real. Like it wasn't like there was no social media. Girl, like did you not know about the case? Did you not see when they posted on the Facebook post about her and her mom and Nicholas Godejohn? Let me see. Hold up. I'm pretty sure it was Facebook posts from Nicholas when Godejohn, when Dee Dee was murdered. I'm pretty sure that there was a post that said something to the effect of like not Nicole. Why did it spell Nicole? Hold on. And it was like I'm like, what do you mean it wasn't? Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is perfect. I mean, it's like branded in time. Okay. I get it that maybe now back then people didn't really rely on social media like that, but it's up there. Look at this. Jip Blanchard's. That B is dead. Okay. That B is dead. Social media did exist, by the way. I mean, I just want to make sure that we correct, because for whatever reason, TMZ hosts is saying that.
Public attention.
it's really tricky because, like I said, you have supporters and then you have, anti-supporters, obviously, and you're dealing with a lot of pressure to appease everyone. And
Mm.
I'm starting to learn that you can't please everyone. All you can do is just be yourself. And that's something that I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with.
And lastly, Gypsy, for people wanting you to apologize for this TikTok video, to that you say what?
And say that I do deeply apologize to anyone who may have been offended by it. That was never my intention. Like, I was not laughing about it. I don't think it's funny.
I'm gonna say two things about that. Why should she apologize? If somebody's telling you who they are and they're showing you who they are, why should they apologize? Why should she apologize about her putting her mom's death into a TikTok trend? Isn't that who she is? This is who she is, right? So if you guys are receiving her that way, I'm so offended. I want her to apologize. No, dude. For what? This is who she is. Why have somebody apologize to? She didn't hurt my mom. She didn't hurt my mom. She didn't hurt y'all mom. She hurt her mom, right? The apology is not really for me. I mean, I don't really follow her like that, you know? I talk about her here and there, but what do I need her apology for? And why does everybody need her apology? This is who she is, and she's telling everybody how disconnected she is from right or wrong or indifferent, right? And I don't take it that she might have been hurt by her mom or whatever it may be. She has her own story to tell. Okay. I'm not saying that her mom was a saint because I don't know the lady. I never knew her. We only know what we heard. But there has been this picture that was painted about Dee Dee that I think is unfair on the record. But also, she's also played a part in that because not only did she play a part in the unaliving of her mom and the death of her mom, but she continues to play a part. It's almost like you're killing your mom every day when you do shit like this, right? So maybe that apology isn't to us. Maybe it's to your mom. Maybe that apology is to your mom because it's not my mom you hurt. Right? It's not my mom that you put on a TikTok trend. So I don't need, and even when she says, hold up, let me go back a little bit. This part right here, hold up.
And say that I do deeply apologize to anyone who may have been offended by it. That was never my intention. Like, I was not laughing about it. I don't think it's funny.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, don't apologize to us. Don't apologize to fans because those fans are going to follow you knowing what they know. Right? Do what you're doing. You're showing yourself exactly who you truly are. Somebody who is so disconnected from the reality. And you have a young man out there, not to say that he's a saint either, because he did what the hell he did, but he's out there also spending times behind bars. And you know that you played a bigger part in that. But yet, in here and there, you're still standing behind another woman who also is very well disconnected from reality, who thinks it's funny to throw money and have a homeless woman jump in a body of water when she doesn't know how to swim just to pull it out. Right? We listen and we don't judge. It sounds like conditioning for the younger audience to understand that you can do some crazy ass bullshit like kill your mom or people, and you'll be listened to and you won't be judged. Girl, bye.
To joke about
Adios.
a heavy topic and
Hurry
in
up.
my past, like, I apologize because the delivery was wrong on that. I don't, I am trying to be my authentic self. And
Yes.
if my authentic self is saying I did something bad in my
And she's right. She is being her authentic self. So stop apologizing for being who you are.
past, but look at where I am now. That's where I'm coming from with it. But I would never joke about my past. So I do apologize if it came off too abrasive.
Well, thank you so much, Gypsy, for your time. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Okay. Moving on. Sorry, y'all. I have my opinions. That's all I'm gonna say. I have my opinions. All right. I'm like, I can't believe that. Like, what? What are you apologizing for? Anyways, moving on. Moving on. You said no one likes you, and I agree. But I'm like I said. I don't feel like her mom was a saint. I'll give you that. But I also feel like knowing the dynamics of, like, she wasn't 17 when she committed this crime. She was an adult at the time that she committed this crime, and there's a lot that showed premeditation. And it's interesting because to me, and this is just my opinion, I feel like she goes through like routes in moments where she wants to distance herself from that, and then only to bring that in. But then also like only like what did you think people were going to say? But not only that, the people are also here that are watching and following that too. Y'all want her to apologize to you? I don't get that. This is who she really is. This is who she really is. And I'm sorry to say it, but like no different than if you were to have a Ted Bundy out here too and saying, let me do a TikTok trend. We listen and we don't judge. Like I don't know, man. Or a Casey Anthony, if it's not Ted Bundy, a Casey Anthony. Do you want Casey Anthony up on a TikTok saying, we listen and we don't judge? I once killed my daughter and I got away with it. What? Do you see what I'm saying? There's a disconnection there, but that's just my opinion. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know, right? Shout out to you. I love you. I hear you. I hear you. Oh my God. The only reason she's apologizing. Yeah, but I'm like, for what? For what? I don't know. Let me stop. Mama Llama's like, she's laughing over here. She's like, Rabbit, why'd you say that? I mean, this is true. Y'all want to see Casey Anthony on we listen and we don't judge. Girl, what? See how that shit goes. See how all of that goes. Oh my God. Yes. And she's also highly suspect. Yeah. There's so much more to this situation, I'm sure. I know, right? Even every time, listen, I even feel like some type of way about Casey Anthony because she does have a Substack and she'll make an appearance every once in a while. And then it's like whack-a-mole. The people come and they just knock the shit out of her right away. Bitch, go away. Like they will not with Casey Anthony. So that's what I'm like, that's interesting. Yes. She tried to have a reality show. She really, really did. Like, hey man, y'all do you. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Okay. Speaking of judging, sorry. Let's talk about real quick because then we have to move on to the Duggars. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Duggars, but I want us to talk about, oh my God, Ariel Mitchell. Lawyer Ariel Mitchell. Put a one in the chat if you guys remember. Well, back then when she first came out, it was Ariel Mitchell Kid, but I think she got divorced recently, so she dropped the kid part off the name. Ariel Mitchell Kid, or Ariel Mitchell at this point. Put a one in the chat if you know who I'm talking about. If you guys remember her, put a one in the chat. She was on Pierce Morgan. She was representing a victim. Excuse me, a Diddy victim. And I'm gonna put some pictures up here. This is her. She represented Courtney. Y'all remember Courtney? They went to the Courtney was like he was testifying for like a grand jury pertaining to the Diddy trial. He was going up here on Atwood's channel talking about all kinds of, yeah, she's a lawyer. She so she was representing a Diddy victim, okay, and other people. And I actually think that she sued a bunch of people. She added a bunch of people in lawsuits. Well, it broke, I guess, during the week that her law license in Florida has been suspended. Okay. So when I heard about this, I said suspended. Now I remember us talking about the bar complaint for her, and I couldn't remember the details, right? But I was able, this is a blog. Now I will say this. The reason I'm not sharing too much, I mean, this is the article. The reason this is Ariel. The reason I'm not sharing too much about this blog is because I don't know the writer. This is like it's like a fake name, but also like some of the stuff that they're writing in here, it's all like speculation. It's not even conspiracy. It's all like really slanderous towards Ariel. Now, I'm not saying that it's not true. It's just that the licensing is one thing, right? But then to also say that she slept with Jay-Z, all kinds of things that she put in here was like, or even Beyonce. I'm like, I don't see a receipt of that. What they did add was the articles, which I'm like, well, now I don't have to pull them because they're in here. But let me tell you what happened. So back in 2025, this is a little bit of the summary as far as her license. This matter arises from factually incorrect statements made by respondents in an email to a judicial assistant and to the media on February 15, 2022, regarding a witness while defending herself against claims of witness tampering. The allegations of the witness tampering were ultimately dismissed by the trial court after several hearings over the course of 3 years. On or about January 2021, respondent began representing a plaintiff who claimed that she was essayed by a celebrity singer during New Year's Eve celebration in Miami. Trey Songz, I'm pretty sure. So I think a lot of this is stemming from the Trey Songz trial and not trial, I'm sorry, Trey Songz representation. A couple years ago, there was a victim. And if I remember correctly, how the story goes is that this victim went to a party and it was like at a Diddy residence, and Trey Songz was there. They were on a boat. She was essayed by Trey Songz, and there was other kind of factors to this. Okay. And there's a huge back and forth to this, but that's what I remember the allegations being. Respondent asserts that this client matter was the first major litigation handled by respondent, who entered private practice as a solo practitioner beginning in 2020. Prior to this matter, respondent's solo work was confined to contracts, transactional matters, and county court evictions rather than high-profile litigation. Oh, so that's her background. See, I thought she was like a public defender or something. So she was never a lawyer representing like civil cases, like SA cases. She was a lawyer that worked as a solo person doing contracts, transactional matters, and court county evictions. Wow. In the course of investigating the client's civil complaint against celebrity singer, respondent met with a potential witness at a restaurant over dinner. Subsequent to that meeting, the witness signed a sworn declaration for the defendant's counsel regarding her conversation with respondent at the meeting. The witness claimed that respondent attempted to bribe her. This is what we heard, in which respondent vehemently denies. As a result, respondent was accused of witness tampering while she was investigating a high-profile complaint against a celebrity. So she kind of entered into the celebrity world, and kind of came out swinging. So she essentially, the Florida bar filed a formal complaint in July of 2025, where Mitchell entered a guilty plea by January 2026. And the Supreme Court approved the consent judgment on March 12, 2026. So she has a 75-day suspension, mandatory ethics school, professionalism workshop, and she has to pay $3,175.25 in disciplinary costs. So the underlying witness tampering allegation was dismissed. What cost Mitchell is her license, while the statements she made in the hours after receiving the sanction motion. 60 minutes of panic, a day of media calls, and a lie a restaurant receipt would eventually undo. A Florida attorney familiar with the matter stated that the discipline was in tandem to a slap on the wrist, but a good start. Another source commented, Ariel should be disbarred, and the people she really works for should be behind bars. And these are all, nobody's putting the name on these sources. That's why I side-eye this article. So she has been suspended. She can't, respondent is suspended from the practice of law for 75 days, effective 30 days from the date of this order. So the respondent can close out respondent's practices, protect the interests of existing clients. Okay. So she's been 75 days suspension. Again, she kind of became memorable because of the whole, going to the the jury, grand jury for the Diddy trial. She made a couple of appearances out there at the Diddy trial. She represented some victims. She tried to sue some people. Some of these lawsuits have been dismissed and whatnot. So yeah, y'all let me know what you guys think. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. They don't show any receipts in the article, so I'm not going to even read the article. Okay. You're a firm believer in the receipts? I don't know what that, I know it's giving Chris Toad. It really is. Ariel is, because I think Chris Toad and Ariel became friends. Chris Toad, it's giving Chris Toad to me. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. Yeah, well, that's what they said. 75, and then she's got to pay like $3,000 or something. But this is giving Chris Toad. How do I know? I just know. Hey, whatever happened to Kim Porter's book? Did anything ever really come about that? Mm-mm. I don't know, but they were besties. That's Chris Toad said, that they were really good friends and everything. So, I mean, there's that. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lord have mercy. Michelle Duggar confronted about son Josh Duggar. Now, this is Josh Duggar. They confronted her about Josh Duggar or Joseph. Okay, well, let's get into this.
No, what were they doing?
Oh my God. Again, the music. TikTok, you're killing me. Why do TikTokers do music under their videos? Hold up. Let me make sure I pull something. Michelle Duggar. Anyways, so people are stopping by her place and whatnot. And I mean, oh my God, y'all are killing me. Why do people put music on their stuff? Because it's like I want to hear.
Right now. No, I'm not. I
am protecting children. What are you doing?
What were they doing in the interview? What was your son-in-law doing? Your son-in-law was doing something way worse. Your son-in-law was doing something definitely worse. Can you do an interview? Can you do an interview?
You cannot be here.
Is this private property on the road?
It is.
Okay, the road is private property?
You have no business being here.
Okay.
You are interfering with children.
No, I'm not messing with the children.
Yes,
this has nothing to do.
Yes, you are. They were
This
children.
has nothing to do with the children. This is you guys are being investigated for the children. I'm here for press. I'm here for press, Mom.
Okay, you go.
Mom, I'm here for press.
It just.
Can I ask you some questions?
Oh my God, did he really just call? Did he say ma'am or mom? If he called me mom, I would lose my. I would grab an umbrella and pull a Britney Spears on this ass. I really would. Because did he just call me mom? What?
Not ask me anything. You will have to talk to someone else.
Can I ask you any questions, Mom?
Shame on you.
Any questions? Can we talk to your daughter?
Leave.
Can we talk to your daughter?
Right now.
Please don't stand back there. I don't want to reverse and hit you. Miss, we literally are just doing.
Interfering with children. And
I'm not interfering with any
Oh my
children.
God, he said mom.
Shame on
We
you.
came to just interview
I'm
your
playing it
daughter
one more
who was
time,
just
y'all.
recently arrested.
You are not.
We just came to interview your
You
daughter
are
who was
not.
recently
You are
arrested.
not.
Yes, we did.
Okay, leave right now, please.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll leave. I just wanted you to know that's what we're doing.
Shame.
Oh Lord have mercy.
You're making money doing right now.
No.
Oh my gosh. You say he doesn't even have the story straight. It's her son, not her son-in-law, says Tina. I know, it's like too much. He said they sent the wrong press dude. I would be asking the questions, right? You said she is spiraling. They lost control of the narrative. They certainly have. He called her mom 3 or 4 times. I'm telling you, I would lose it. Why are you calling me mom? She did. I think I heard her say shame at the end or something like that. I know he's got it all twisted. I cannot. Anyway, so also please note that what came out yesterday as well is we have some footage of Kendra while she was being booked. I don't know if there's sound into this thing. Hopefully there is. They were talking to her. He called her Ma. He's from the South. Okay, I thought it was mom. I was like, did he just say mom? That's true. They are from the South. So there's that. There is that. You feel fooled by the family? I know. So do a lot of people. So she's kind of just hanging out there, sitting. Hold up. Let me see. Sylvia, happy birthday. Shout out to Sylvia, y'all. Happy birthday, Sylvia. Shout out to you. We were just shouting you out earlier. Happy birthday, love. Okay, let me keep playing. Yeah. She says she's wearing pants. Yeah, she is wearing pants. Yep. Yes, you said quick to judge on him making money. I know, right? Candace, tell them. Didn't she make money on these kids and then they winded up being abused? How many years? Tell me. Let me know. You said, yeah. Oh, look, the camera's like following her. I didn't know it did all that. Hold up, y'all. Sending a message. You know, Joseph's footage had sound. So I do wonder what happened here. Now, no sound. And it's not even muted, no sound. Now I'm hearing, okay, like hold up, let me see if I can pull the source because I don't want to just speak out of my head where I heard it from. Hold up. So apparently there was a source while this video is playing. There was a source close that said Kendra Duggar's arrest, source close to the family shares alleged reasons she ended up in jail and could face 8 years. Could face 8 years. Okay. So Kendra was arrested March 20th and charges with 4 counts of each of false imprisonment, endangering the welfare of a child. Okay. And further says that 2 days after the arrest of her husband, Joseph, 31, following the accusations he essayed a 9-year-old, Kendra, 27, found herself being booked into custody at an Arkansas detention facility. A source close to the family is now telling people why Kendra ended up behind bars on charges that could carry an 8-year prison sentence. Okay. So I can tell you the arrest was a result of a home inspection and the door locks being on the exterior of the doors. A source close to the family tells people. A spokesperson for the family would only say that the charges filed against Kendra are totally unrelated to the felony charges her husband is expected to face in Florida. Okay, she's not suspected or accused of participating in his alleged crimes, the spokesperson tells people. Joseph and Kendra have yet to comment publicly on any of the charges, but the Duggar family has made no secret about their use of locks on the door of their children's bedroom. So in 2015, Jim, Bob, and Michelle decided the best way to protect their 19 children after learning their oldest son, Josh, had M-worded 4 of his sisters. Okay, hold up. Let me pause this because then it'll start something else. Had M-worded 4 of his sisters was to lock the children in their rooms each night. So they were locking the doors so because the oldest couldn't stop himself from going into their bedroom. Okay. Just so people are aware. That's how gross. I know it. That's what I was like, 8 years for misdemeanors. I don't think she'll get 8 years, but that's what the people are speculating, y'all. But I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, that's what they said. Now, on March 18th, the police arrested Josh on a warrant out of Bay County, charging the father of 4 with, those acts. And the investigation, of course, is still ongoing. Okay. Now, let me see. The criminal investigator, Chase Norris, wrote in an affidavit obtained by people that he was told Joseph confessed to the emming of a minor while speaking with the girl's father on March 17th. So he confessed. So can you guys explain to me why Josh Duggar is coming up over here talking about fake allegations when his brother confessed, and it's in the document apparently from the detective. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Vicky. They all knew. That's why people don't give these people any grace, and they shouldn't. I mean, they knew. He's been harming his sisters. They knew. So he admitted to his actions. He touched the victim over her clothing. Okay, and this again, according to what was admitted by Joseph. That was enough for Norris to secure a warrant for Joseph's arrest by the police in Arkansas, where he's currently being held at the Washington County Detention Center. Awaiting his extradition to Florida. Okay, so in the wake of the arrest, both the Arkansas Department of Human Services and the police were involved in the search of Joseph and Kendra's home on March 19th, which led to the additional charges against the couple. All right. The couple was charged with 4 counts, each of second-degree endangering the welfare of a minor and second degree of false imprisonment. Okay. And if convicted on all 8 counts, both Joseph and Kendra could be facing a prison sentence of up to 8 years and thousands in fines. Kendra was able to post bail and was released from custody just a few hours after being booked on these charges. Okay. While Joseph remains behind bars. So there is that, y'all. Like, you cannot. Right. Absolutely. Well, I mean, I hope that they interview her. So, of course, Michelle in the Aquanet, the mighty old Aquanet, she's going, well, she's not really doing the Aquanet anymore. I don't think she stopped doing the Aquanet after the show was canceled, right? She's not doing it. I haven't seen her do the Aquanet anymore. Hold up. This again.
What were they doing in the interview? What was your son-in-law doing? Your son-in-law was doing something way worse. Your son-in-law was doing something definitely worse. Can you do an interview? Can you do an interview?
You cannot be here.
Is this private property on the road?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the road is private property?
You have no business being here.
Okay.
You are interfering with children.
No, I'm not
Crazy.
messing with the children.
Yes,
This has
you
nothing
are.
this has nothing
Yes,
to do.
you are. They were
This has-
children.
This has
Shame
nothing
on you.
this has nothing to do with the
Shame on
children.
you.
This is you guys are being investigated for the children. I'm here for
Shame
press.
on you.
I'm here for press, Mom.
Okay, you go.
Mom, I'm here for press.
You may go.
Yeah. So, Evil, I heard the same thing too, but has that been confirmed though? Because I keep hearing the same thing, and it might be true. I don't know. I really don't know. But I keep hearing the same, that it was the sister-in-law, the little sister-in-law. So Kendra's sister. That's what I keep hearing. I'm like, that's horrible if that's the case.
Can I ask you some questions?
You will not ask me anything. You will have to talk to someone else.
Can I ask you any questions, Mom?
Shame on you.
Any questions? Can we talk to your daughter?
Leave.
Can we talk to your daughter?
Right now.
Please don't stand back there. I don't want to reverse and hit you.
This guy, I swear, I don't know. He's like, I mean, he got her out of character. Hold up. Now, shout out to Tough Topics. Make sure you guys check them out. Apparently, they got an audio. Joseph Duggar laughs in audio.
This is only going to be the second half.
Crazy.
Yeah. Have they talked about? Have they talked to you about bond?
Nothing. No.
Okay. They haven't said they're going to bring you before a judge anytime soon.
No, nothing of that sort.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only issue you've got now while you're in Washington County. You want to be out. And you got ties to the community. You got your family here. I mean, the judge should set a bond, in which case you'll be out pending Arkansas receipt of a governor's warrant from Florida. It's called extradition, which you may have heard of, but
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only issue you got here in Arkansas. So
Okay. All right.
they should. And they should. I mean, you should appear before the judge for bond, but let me know if that happens.
Okay.
If not, we might be able to get you in front of a judge for that.
Okay.
You have 3 minutes remaining on this call.
Yeah,
I guess if that's it, I guess we'll just thank you. Yeah, if that's it, then I guess we can circle back if we hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with this process since it's
Okay.
first time.
Well, if you, yeah, I understand. But if you bump into a deputy or something, say, ask if they're getting a bond hearing.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask that. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So with this conversation,
I mean, that's crazy work. It's nothing. No, I don't know, man. I don't know what there is to laugh about. Literally, they made it to Law and Crime as well. Let's get into this Law and Crime now. Hold up, let me go back a little bit. For those that are like, who and what's going on? Who are these people? Again, he's going to give us like the rundown of the show. We probably won't be playing this whole thing here. due to time, but
counting on. I got to say, even though these are just allegations at this point, it looks like it's crumbling. Why do I say that? Joseph Duggar is one of the oldest boys that was born to parents Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who became famous for the huge number of children they had, 19 in total, with those children then getting married and having their own kids, expanding the family, expanding the clan. But over the last decade or so, since the show was canceled by TLC in 2015, a lot has come out about the family, their controversial beliefs about sex and dating, sometimes, questionable parenting style employed by Jim Bob and Michelle. They're devout independent Baptists who adhere to strict rules when it comes to dressing modestly, not allowing their children to date before marriage, homeschooling, their way to live. But the controversy wasn't just about, oh, this is a different way of living than maybe a lot of people are accustomed to. It's what happened next. It's when it entered into the criminal realm. You see, the success of the show, which, by the way, consistently saw viewership in the millions after its launch in 2008, it was darkened when it came to light that Josh Duggar, the oldest of the children, had molested several young girls, including his own sisters. Josh was accused of touching the girl's breast.
Four of the sisters, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 4 of them.
And genitals over their clothing, sometimes when they were asleep, sometimes when they were awake. It also came to light that
this is why they had to put the locks there, right? It's crazy.
Jim Bob and Michelle, they were accused of knowing about these allegations against Josh as early as 2002. This is according to reporting from Vox, but to be clear, didn't officially notify anyone in law enforcement. That was the allegation. And when rumors started swirling in 2015 about Josh's actions, police investigated, and they determined that the statute of limitations had expired, right? So the claims were too old. They were time barred. This is according to the Washington Post. Now, Josh ended up releasing a statement apologizing for his actions. But then you fast forward to 2021. And Josh was arrested on federal charges of receiving and possessing child sexual abuse material, also known as CSAM. He went to trial, he was convicted, and he was sentenced to 12 years and 7 months in prison. His earliest release date would be in 2032. So you can see why it was shocking. So I say all that to now bring you up to speed with what's happening now. You could say, my gosh, this is shocking, when a second Duggar brother was also arrested in connection with child sex crimes. March 18th, the Bay County Sheriff's Office out in Panama City, Florida, announced they were charging 31-year-old Joseph Duggar, the Duggar's 7th child, with lewd and lascivious behavior. Joseph and his family, so wife Kendra and their 4 children, they were living in Arkansas. But the sheriff's office said in a statement, quote, on March 18, 2026, Bay County investigators were contacted by a detective with the Tontatown Police Department regarding a report of past sexual abuse. The 14-year-old victim participated in a forensic interview where she disclosed several incidents involving Duggar that occurred during a family vacation in Panama City Beach when she was 9 years old.
So clearly no laughing matter. I mean, the guy's like chucking it up with, I don't know if it was a lawyer or what, but that's just insane to me.
According to the investigation, the incidents took place in 2020 while the family was staying at a residence on Danny Drive. The victim reported Duggar repeatedly asked her to sit on his lap. As the vacation continued, he also asked her to sit next to him on a couch and covered them with a blanket. During this time, Duggar manipulated the victim's...
And they're saying, just so people are aware, they're saying that this is Kendra's little sister. I haven't seen anything to say that that's the case, but I've heard it multiple times. I don't know if that's the case, though.
Underwear and grazed her genitals. Duggar would also continue to rub his hands on her thighs. The victim stated Duggar eventually apologized for his actions, and the incident stopped after the apology. Investigators discovered the victim's father confronted Duggar about those incidents on March 17, 2026. Duggar admitted his actions to the victim's father and to Tontatown detectives. Duggar was arrested out of state and charged with lewd and lascivious behavior, molestation of a victim less than 12 years old, and lewd and lascivious behavior conducted by a person 18 years or older. Duggar is currently awaiting extradition to Bay County. According to the affidavit, based on reporting from people, there was this information that was relayed to a detective from the Tontatown Police Department. There was a request that the detective and the victim's father call the defendant. And on that call, Joseph allegedly admitted his actions, saying he touched the victim over her clothing and admitted his intentions were not pure. Now, you also have this video from Washington County. It kind of gives us a bird's eye view of Duggar getting booked and the angles of officers searching him and getting his information into the jail system. Take a look.
Anything on you to see your phone? No. And pocket, what do you got? No, nothing at all. Oh, sorry, I thought you said if I had anything on you. You said not pockets. I mean, yeah, you got somewhere else. All right. Any injuries? Well, I don't have anything to train with. You been here before? No, not that. Look, I think I got my brother went to school for getting this police training. Oh, yeah. Ever afraid I was over here. Oh, really? Yeah. What's that name? Duggar. What do you do? He's a constable or something. He's in training? Yes. He did part-time with Tontatown. I'm not exactly sure. You don't tell me anything you have today. I'll go ahead. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
And Joseph made his first court appearance via Zoom. He was wearing a jail jumpsuit. And according to the New York Times, Joseph waived his right to an extradition hearing, which clears the way for his transfer out to Florida. The sheriff told WJHG in Panama City that it could take 1 to 2 weeks for Joseph to be processed and brought across the country. And once he's in Florida, he's going to have a hearing to see if a judge is willing to grant him a bond. We'll see if that happens. I want to talk about that a little bit more. Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford told outlet WJHG, "We work, unfortunately, way too many of these types of cases. And I don't care if he's got a TV show or who he is or what he's done. He's committed an illegal act.
Thank you for saying this. Thank you.
And he's going to be held accountable for that." Back in Arkansas, though, 5 News obtained part of a phone call that Joseph made from the Washington County Jail. I want you to take a listen to this.
Hi there. This is Joe Duggar here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm over here at the Washington County
Yeah.
County Jail. I don't know if my dad mentioned it to you or not.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we needed to talk sometime about things or how the process works here on this side, or if you know anything.
Well,
I do.
This is the call.
Well, you're there. You're in custody pending the issuance of a governor's warrant by state of Florida, and you can be held for 30 days. Now, you may be entitled to bond. Have they talked to you about?
Yes.
Have they talked to you about? Have they talked to you about bond?
Nothing. No.
Okay. They haven't said they're going to bring you before a judge anytime soon.
No, nothing of that sort.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only issue you've got now while you're in Washington County. You want to be out, and you get ties to the community, you get your family here. The judge should set a bond, in which case you'll be out pending Arkansas receipt of a governor's warrant from Florida. It's called extradition, which you may have heard of, but
okay.
But yeah, that's the only issue you got here in Arkansas. So,
okay. All right.
they should. They should. You should appear before the judge for bond, but let me know if that happens.
Okay.
If not, we might be able to get you in front of a judge for that.
Okay.
You have 3 minutes remaining on this call.
I guess if that's it, I guess we'll just thank you. Yeah, if that's it, then I guess we can circle back if we hear anything.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with this process since it's
okay.
first time.
Well, if you, yeah, I understand. But if you bump into a deputy or something, say, ask if they're going to get a bond hearing.
It's the fact that it's his first time. I'm like, God, there should be no time for anything like that. It's just so concerning, man. I don't like that. I don't like the. Anyways, let me stop. So we will be following that situation, of course. Ellie, thank you so much. You said, question, Rabbit, are you going to cover the alleged charges of DV on JLR? Yeah, we talked a little bit about it. I just haven't reviewed the court documents yet. A lot of people have been reviewing them. We talked actually about them here. What was it? How long ago was it? A couple days ago? I think we did like 2 videos on it when they first came out, and just kind of everything that's coming out of that. I mean, we definitely are. I also heard the response. It's just really weird response from this other person that she dated him. He cheated on her or something, and she was like, she deserves a black guy or some shit like that. I was like, oh my God, some shit is like, some of these people are crazy, man. That's what I gotta say. It's why I'm like, I have to be careful what I cover, because it's like these people just the stuff that be coming out of people's mouth is crazy. Yeah, so we might get into it. I just need to look into the court documents a little bit more and figure out when exactly we're gonna do that as well. All right. Now hold up. I like missed this. James, someone was handing out certificates for a free karate lesson at the mall yesterday. He told me I could only take taekwondo. Well, thank you, James, for the $5. And this was a funny joke. Thank you, James. Thank you. Appreciate it. Morris, thank you so much. What did she expect? She said it was like a normal thing to do. Thank you so much, love. Morris, member for 17 months. And also you gifted. Thank you so much. Yes, I think, oh, hold up. Sorry, guys. I got baby bunny here. She just came in the room. I think you gifted. And also, I think you're talking about Gypsy Rose. Yeah. It's yeah, I mean, all these topics that we covered today are a little bit crazy, you know, but Gypsy Rose is definitely something else. I feel like some of the JLR watchers are ride or die no matter what the evidence is weird behavior. No, it's not weird behavior. It's fan-based behavior. I mean, it's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm not, you know, I am the kind of person that's like, we've been knowing about JLR. The stuff out there about JLR is nothing new. I know people are acting like it's all brand new. It's not. It's always been there. We've talked about them. I've also, and I've said it before, I said I've shouted him out. I've used some of his content because when he's doing good work, I'm not opposed to calling that out and say, well, he's doing great work. But now you got this whole new thing. And, you know, people with backgrounds like his, you know, you got to understand. And then you're making money out there the way that you are. You got to understand that, you know, people are going to be watching you like a hawk. And he knows this. I think he knows this. But I also think that because the fans ride very hard, people do need to be careful because there have been things that have been said and done to people here for speaking out against him. And I'm not talking about your traditional trolling. I'm sorry. Like I've seen it. There's people out here that have spoken out. And even the people that are speaking out now against him who were friends of his were engaging in that ish too. So I'm just like, I don't know what to think outside of that. Like the rabbit hole goes deep on that one, if that makes sense. I heard that she did that. And actually the reports in itself, I mean, it's a really graphic report. We read a little bit of it. The officer that responded to the call, he could immediately see that her nose was broken. I mean, I could tell you one thing that I know based on the charges that I know about him is I've never seen him. I don't think he had a DV charge. So that's a first. You know, people can commit a lot of crimes, but sometimes they won't commit that one. And so that's why I'm like, ooh, I wonder the in-betweens. And it's interesting because when I talk about it like a couple days ago, people in my comments, well, there's always a story. There's always two sides to a story. And I kind of have to side eye, and I'm like, which one? The part where she broke her own nose? Is that the side that you want to talk about? I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to go tend to baby bunny and I got to go get stuff done, you know, for the oldest birthday. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Sylvia again. Happy birthday, Sylvia. Thank you, everybody that supported the channel today. You guys are amazing. You don't have to support and you do. That really is very, very, very nice of you to do that. Thank you again. And hit the like button, hype up, please, and thank you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.